The frozen street. When time pauses, but you don't. You're walking through a busy market. The noise, the movement, the rush of people. And then everything stops. For half a second, the world around you freezes. The voices cut out. The cars stand still. The wind stops blowing. And then, just like that, it's all moving again. You blink. Shake it off. But deep down, you know what you felt. Was it a lag in your brain processing reality? Or did the simulation glitch for just a moment? And you were the only one who noticed? The vanishing object. Where did it go? You set your keys on the table, you turn around, you reach for them. They're gone. You search the room, the floor, the couch. Nothing. You even retrace your steps. They were right there. Then, just as you're about to give up, they reappear, on the table, exactly where you left them. We blame these moments on forgetfulness, a lapse in focus. But how do you explain objects vanishing for hours, then reappearing in places you've already checked? What if they didn't move at all? What if, for just a brief moment, they stopped existing? The reverse echo. When sound travels backward, you're in a quiet room. You say something, and then you hear it again. Not an echo, not a recording. Your words, played back before you even finish speaking. People have reported hearing conversations before they happen. They'll be sitting in a cafe, and a voice will whisper a phrase in their head. Seconds later, someone at a nearby table says the exact same thing, in the exact same tone. Science calls this anticipatory processing, where the brain predicts speech before it happens. But what if it's not a prediction? What if, for a brief moment, sound traveled the wrong way? What if, instead of hearing an echo of the past, you were hearing an echo from the future? The shadow swap. Are you sure that's your reflection? You're walking down the street. The sun is behind you. Your shadow stretches ahead. And then, for a split second, it moves in a way you didn't. It's subtle. So subtle you almost ignore it. A wrong tilt of the head, an arm raised half a second too late. But the moment you focus on it, it's back to normal. Some say this is just a trick of the light, an optical illusion. But what if our shadows aren't as connected to us as we think? What if, just for a moment, reality desynced, and you saw the version of yourself that's one step behind? The missing step. Where did the floor go? You're walking up the stairs. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then, your foot falls through empty air. For a split second, the stair isn't there. You feel nothing beneath your foot. Your stomach drops. Then, bam! Your foot slams onto the step that was always there. Some call it a misstep. But what if, for a fraction of a second, reality skipped a frame? What if you just experienced a gap in existence? And what if next time, the step doesn't come back? The phone call. You pick up the phone. The call comes from a familiar number. Your friend, your mom, your own phone. You answer. Hello? Silence. A second passes. A breath. And then, your own voice answers back. But it's not an echo. It's not a recording. It's you. Speaking words you haven't said yet. A prank? A phone glitch? Maybe. But some say these silent calls come from versions of yourself in another timeline. A moment where your two realities briefly crossed over. If you ever get a call from yourself, don't answer. The last room, a place that shouldn't exist. You're walking through a building you know well. Your home, your school, your office. Then you turn a corner and see a room that wasn't there before, a door you've never noticed, a hallway that shouldn't exist. For a moment you hesitate, you step forward, and suddenly it's gone. Some say these are just tricks of the mind, a lapse in memory. But what if, for a moment, you saw a version of reality you weren't supposed to? What if that room is real, just not in this timeline? And what if someone, or something, was waiting for you to step inside? These aren't just coincidences. They aren't just tricks of the mind. They are fragments of something bigger, a glitch, a flaw, a moment where reality doesn't work the way it should. Most people ignore them. Most people don't notice. But if you've ever seen something you can't explain, a sound from the future, A shadow that didn't move right. A door that wasn't there before. Maybe, just maybe, you're starting to see the cracks. If you've experienced something strange, something that shouldn't have happened, tell me in the comments. Let's see how many of us have noticed the cracks in reality.